We're up here at the start for the final of the championship men's single, the 136th edition Royal Canadian Henley Regatta. This is going to be a great race. We have a lot of talented athletes here, winners of Henley Gold, an event that is just steeped in tradition. This event first began in 1926. It was won by Undine Barge, a man named Walter Hoover, who also won the Diamond Sculls at the Henley Royal Regatta in 1992 or 1922. So we have a clean start here. At the top, the bottom of your screen in lane 2 from Malta, we have Jose Perman. In lane 3, we have Dylan Alexander from Community Rowing. Lane 4 from Penn-AC, Jasper Liu, winner of the senior men's lightweight single. Lane 5 from Sudbury, Charles Alexander, who raced in the under-23 quad for Canada. Lane 6, Andrew Campbell from the United States. He raced in the lightweight men's double in Rio for the U.S. And in lane 7 from Kingston, we have Nick Grubrick.
Wow, that is, again, like we just saw in the women's championship single, quite the pedigree. A lot of those names easily recognizable either from earlier in the week where Nicholas Grubic, I think he won the under-23 lightweight single, maybe the double. I definitely have said his name earlier during some of the broadcasts. I do apologize if I got some of that wrong, but certainly a name that I've noticed earlier in the week. And of course, next to him from Lincoln Park rowing program, that's Andrew Campbell. He's been racing at the international level for, I don't even know, a number of years at this point.
Started in 2010.
Wow.
Won a bronze at the Junior Worlds when he was still a lightweight.
That I have to give a lot of respect as a former lightweight myself. That is very impressive. Andrew Campbell, a very competent sculler out of Lincoln Park. I believe that's in Boston.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah. Looks like he's jumped out to a little bit of a lead. Very closely followed by Charles Alexander. He's one of these late to the sport athletes discovered by Amanda Schweinbend at Laurentian University. Again, rode in the under-23 quad. He's not letting Andrew Campbell get away. This is quite the start to the race. Even looking at coming through the screen now, there's not a lot between these boats. Looks like Andrew Campbell might have just had a bit of a bad stroke there. But the boats are very tight at this point of the race.
One thing I really noticed, it might be kind of David versus Goliath in terms of body type. If you look at lane 5 and lane 6, that's Charles Alexander and Andrew Campbell. Charles Alexander, really the prototypical rowing body. When you look at him, he's tall, he's got long limbs, he's got the levers. He's a big, strong athlete who's able to get out at the catch. As you say, he is newer to the sport, less experienced. That's likely why you're going to see as they come closer to the camera, he's probably just clicking in at a slower stroke rate, getting the length, using his biomechanical body to his advantage, whereas Andrew Campbell, the lighter, more experienced, more technically refined athlete, really just tapping it along. He's not going to be as tall, he's not going to be as long or as pound for pound strong as Charles Alexander, but just a lot more efficient in his stroke and his body.
He is, and he's going to be fairly close to 72 kilos, even though he didn't have to weigh in for this race. He has been named as the lightweight single sculler for the United States that's going to take part in the World Championships this year. Looks like he's still out in front, and Charles Alexander hanging with him, not letting him get away. In these singles races, you don't see the crews getting out to an early lead and holding it. You often see some athletes trading positions. So Charles Alexander, he was probably talking with his coach Amanda Schweinbens earlier, trying to put together a race plan that's going to allow him to stay as close to Mr. Campbell as possible, and then maybe in the third 5 he's going to try and cut into his lead a little bit. But at this point, Andrew Campbell out in front.
Yeah, Andrew making a dominant performance, trying to show that this is his race. This is why he was named as the senior lightweight single for the United States. This is what he's going to do. Probably his last race preparation, execution before he does go to the Senior Worlds. Of course, last year, this event, the men's championship single, won at the 135th Canadian Henley Regatta. That was last year, 365 days ago, won by Ottawa's Josh King. Now, Josh last year, in winning this championship single event, that was his 4th win last year. He won I think it was the senior heavy single, the senior lightweight single, and the senior lightweight pair. So Josh King doing an excellent job last year. Now he lives in Victoria, BC, training with the national team, trying to kind of crack that national team barrier. It's really been dominated by some brothers. I believe you're familiar with them, Mike.
I do know the Latimer brothers quite well. Max finishing fourth, I believe, at the last World Cup rowing with Liam Keane. Younger brother Aaron just missed out on selection for the lightweight double, but I'm sure he's going to try and make sure he's in that boat next year, and what could be the lead up to Tokyo and possibly the last time that the lightweight men's double is raced.
I don't want to get into that. I really hope that's not going to be the case, but that's a whole different conversation that interesting conversation, but don't want to distract us too much. I could probably have that conversation for hours. As we approach the 1500 meter mark, it is the men's championship single here on Henley Sunday. Canadian Henley, the 136th edition, being led. The men's champ single, that is Andrew Campbell out of the United States.
Yeah, Andrew Campbell on his Twitter feed was talking about the last time he raced the champ single. Chris Jarvis from St. Catharines, ex-national team athlete, won this event. But if you win this event, you are truly joining a who's who of rowing history. Going back, Joe Burke, legendary University of Pennsylvania coach, won this race. Joe was a big influence on Harry Parker, who ran the Harvard men's program for years. Jim Dietz, women's coach, Boston University, he won this event 10 times between 1967 1979. Derek Porter, Canadian sculler, 1996 silver medalist at the Olympics. Jamie Coven, who won the U.S. Who was in the U.S. 8, 195 Worlds, Diamond Scull winner. Malcolm Howard, 2008 Olympic gold medalist in the men's 8. He's won this event. Rob Waddell from New Zealand came over. He won this event. He was a gold medalist in the 2000 Olympics. So if you win this event, you get your name on a trophy with a true who's who of scullers.
That was just a remarkable list of just name after name. Are perhaps not household names. Rowing, I don't think quite produces the athlete that becomes a household name, but if you do follow the sport, you do know the sport's history. That list, the athletes who have won the men's championship single, Mike, that is that's good company to put yourself into.
It is, and it looks like Andrew Campbell is on his way to doing that. This guy has a gold medal from the Under-23 World Championships in the light single. He finished 5th in the Rio Olympics. He was a bronze medalist at the Junior Worlds. This is obviously an event that's important to someone a month out of going to the World Championships. To come up here, he knows he's going to get good competition, but again, you want to be among the elite level of scullers, and by winning this race, he's going to add his name to that. Charles Alexander coming closely behind him for such a new athlete to the sport. This is a great race for him coming off the Under-23 World Championships. Just at the bottom of your screen, it looks like we have Dylan Alexander from
I think
CRI.
so, from CRI.
Yeah.
But in the picture-in-picture, you just get to see Andrew Campbell crossing the finish line. Not even a celebration, just probably thinking about his race execution, thinking about preparing for Senior Worlds, and thinking about what did I just do? What could I have done better? I bet you that's at least part of his mindset right now.
I think so. This event, this regatta, is so special, so steeped in history. Anytime you can get your name added to a trophy here, it's a special experience. But this one in particular, the Champ Men's Single, well done.